Good evening to you all, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Clifford. My great good friends, Clifford and Veronica. I'm so glad to meet you today. It's been a while since we last met, I think, some time back, in a very similar extravagant event some time back. Thank you so much, Dr. Champika, for having me invited. It's such a pleasure and feel such honored to be here today amongst you. I feel feel more privileged when I knew and when I heard that I was placed under an extravagant topic, that is a journey of resilience and entrepreneurial triumph. Now, these two set of words, basically it's a word that I can keep on speaking for hours and hours of sharing my experience of life. Ironically, we have limited time, so I'm not going to breathe into any in-depth analysis of what my upbringing had been and what really happened to me, and for all what happened in 22 years, if I'm going to speak it out right now, I'm going to run out of my time. But if anybody, I believe there can be anyone who have never heard of Ashcharya. That is absolutely normal. I'm one of the millions of women in Sri Lanka. But if you really need to know more about me, why is she here? What is she really standing for? Please, go into my page and you'll be able to see much more things I've done in my life, being a visually impaired. And maybe you'll be able to understand my character of life even better. So today, as I said, I want to sincerely appreciate our musician Dinesh. Thank you, Dinesh. I've never heard of you before, I have to be honest, but I really enjoyed your music. You really gave that comfort song to me while I was just seated listening to your music. One reason is the first song you played is Celine Dion's, one of the artists I loved my entire life with, a voice that I am still trying to have personally at home. I'm screaming in the night trying to be Celine Dion, but I know I still need more strength and energy and practice to do that. But see, the song that you played, the first few words is that and every time, every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. And every night in my dreams, I see you and I feel you. Really, I want to ask you today, at this particular moment, in this country, in your office, in your family, every night in your dreams, what do you see? What do you feel? Is it love and affection, caring, support around you? No, a lot of the people in Sri Lanka today are seeing nightmares in the night, not being able to understand how to cope up with the most difficult times in their lives. Why? Because they have not experienced this kind of difficult times as it has been today. And why is it so comforting to be? No, I'm not a person who's seen nightmares. Why? Because 22 years back, I lost my sight into an incident that had no power or control in my life, that there was absolutely nothing that I could do to stop it. I was just a young girl who had very simple and innocent dreams to get married, to have a good job. I already had a job at that time. And what you saw on the screen in that particular footage was actually my car that was really heading to the incident. So I must thank the Rupavahini team to somehow go into the archives and finding that particular news clip for the video. It was the actual bomb blast. So life is full of surprises. when I thought everything was happening well, I had a good job. I thought everything's going to happen well because I somehow was able to buy my own vehicle in a very young age. I thought, wow, life is good, it's happening well. Until the moment that the vehicle I bought with my own money just drew me to that point that turned my life completely upside down. And as a result, up to date, I am visually impaired. But way back, I was critically injured. I couldn't walk for many, many months. I was on the wheelchair. My entire hair was completely taken off, bald-headed. Suddenly, I was normal. Suddenly, everything was gone. And people thought, maybe I'm going to, give up my life. Give it up. Because people never thought that I had that internal strength, resilience in my life that I have developed for so long, going through difficult times and experiences, that was lying there, waiting for a difficult situation, to put into practice. The most difficult time in my life was not losing my eyesight. If you are here thinking that she can slightly see, you're wrong. My optic nerves are heavily wounded. I have iron sharpeners in my head, the center of my head. This is the very reason I can't even go through any magnetic field, even for an eye checkup. Why? Because the iron sharpeners in my brain will start moving, and it will definitely affect my life. So I am a woman who's standing to be very strong internally. It is the energy that I get from within to outside. Having been wounded, having iron sharpeners in my head up to my toes in my body, and still standing up to be one of the strongest women, they said, that they have lived so far. And how did I receive all those claims internationally here in Sri Lanka? Do you think it was easy? When I was wounded deeply, not by only the terrorist attack, but because the people I entrusted in my working place, my subordinates, my peers, the people who embraced myself with love and caring when I was completely normal and beautiful. I was beautiful then. I don't know how I look right now. I hope and pray I'm keeping myself well because I haven't seen myself for 22 years on the mirror. But I still do my makeup alone, wear my sari alone. The most difficult time was being let down by the people I entrusted. In the office, in my family, the people who enjoyed my presence with them. Suddenly, when they realized that everything was gone around me, the potential power was gone in my life at that time, I never thought they were just ready to give up on me, just like this. The world didn't want to have me around in any of their functions. I think day by day, I realized all of my friends, people who I call my friends, had just, ignored me and cornered me into a place that I completely felt myself as completely a foreigner, alien in this own world that I knew before. I feel that I don't know this world anymore. Because I was injured and wounded by incident that I could have no authority or no power of. If people can be so vicious and so self-centered to let go of me, we are not bothered what happens to her. It's her life, not ours. That's the way my mother thought, my relatives thought, my friends thought. And what was the end result? And myself being pushed to the street to find my own life. Without a job, not having much money in my hand, few savings in the bank, thank God, because I used to work in a bank. I only had myself. And I thought, it doesn't matter. The entire world was ready to give up on me. It doesn't mean that I should be ready to give up on myself just because others are not bothered. No, I am bothered about myself. This is my life. This is my life. If I am not prepared to give value to my life, who's going to give it for me? For 11 years in my life, I think for anybody's life, starting from 20th year to maybe 30th year, the 10 years are quite, kind of important and significant. The most beautiful time in anybody's life. I used to be in a corner, left alone, no job, not having much food to eat, right? Not having anybody to take care of myself, not knowing what my future will hold for me. So the pain, the hurt, the anger, the bitterness, isolation, all the worries and the fears, disappointments, insults, humiliation. I took all of those negative feelings into myself and pushed it so hard until I got the strength out of everything that was there around me to destroy myself for nothing. This is why some of the journalists call me as a phoenix rising from the ash. You know the phoenix? Phoenix is full of flames. It rises from the ashes, but it is still full of flames. Where did it get this energy? From the flames. From my pain, from my hurt, my disappointment, the devastation that I was in, I took that energy to make everything positive in my life, to make me become who I am and what I am right now. After 11 years being alone, fighting with fears and challenges, being a very lonely woman, I have no fears in life at this time. Because way back, I fought it all. And I started stepping forward my life. And every step I took forward was indeed, I made sure, was a success. Because through that pain, through the suffering, I received resilience. I knew how to prepare myself for the fight, for the challenge, for the difficult situations. So give yourself a round of applause if you're going through any difficult time at home, in office. Give a round of applause. If you're not doing that, let me do it for you. Wow. If you feel difficult today, if things are not happening much around you that the way you planned or desired, right? If you don't feel like living in Sri Lanka, it is agonizing to look at the news and hear the news every day. And when you go to bed, you feel like, all the fears around you. What is going to be with my life, with my business, with my family? Where's going to be the legacy? Give a round of applause to yourself. Because you are at the right point. Because you have to fall to understand that you have a challenge before you. Where do you get the resilience if you don't have challenges before you? The resilience, the word meaning of resilience, really stand up to you when you really face life challenges. And when you feel that you are ready to change the challenges, to face the challenges rather than running away, you're heading for your path of triumph, victory, success. I was not ready to put my step back. I was weak. I was hurt. I was almost crushed but not destroyed. But still, I was not ready to give up on myself. Started giving value to myself. I got married. I became a wife. I bore children. I am a mother today. I'm a social worker, a corporate trainer, a counselor. I'm an artist. I have my own songs. Though I've never learned a single note on music in my life. But I was there. Because I have no fears before challenges. Let me tell you one thing. I'm still visually impaired. I don't know how long it's going to be. Every day I'm praying. I'm hoping that tomorrow or day after I get my sight back because I have many things to do. But just because I don't have my sight doesn't mean it's going to hold me back to do everything that I need to do myself and to my family and to the people around me. That's being human. If we are going to forget who we are, we are human. Right? Lastly, I want to just end up with a note. I remember there was once a journalist questioned Mother Teresa once and asked her, describe what love is. And she just said, love is time. Love is time. Just 2 words. And I just nodded my head with such an astonishment. My goodness, with 2 words, such a vicinity that she describes with those 2 words. Why do you think love is time? The time, yes. The time you have to, you have to just go and just hang around with your friends, read a book, watch a film, have your dinner, lunch, do whatever you want. That time you want to sacrifice for someone. To breathe life into someone who's falling apart. That is love. That is caring. That is support. That is what we are lacking among us today in Sri Lanka. So please, I urge you, look at myself. A person who was completely abandoned and crushed, ignored, not wanted, not needed, 22 years back. But today, I don't know whether there's a video playing. I wanted them to play that video, right? Once you start giving value to yourself, value to others, give time to care and support, uphold the people who are falling apart, you're spontaneously there in the path of triumph. As a result, I was nominated as one of the 10 most remarkable women in 2017, 2019, as one of the most inspiring women in the world, 100 inspiring women, and much, much more awards. All the awards and appreciations that I've got, that is lying there at my home, I got it after I lost my sight. Being a weak person, I'm still weak. I'm still weak. But that weakness is not there to hinder my path for achievement and success and triumph. So I urge you, please, time is very limited. I wish I can speak more. You know, what is life without caring and support, understanding, empathy for others? What is life really? Life doesn't stand anywhere at all. You are not content inside. You are not content outside. You are just absolutely just an empty personality. So fill yourself up. Love for others, caring and support. You know, the more lives you will breathe with your caring and support is falling apart today, the more success, content you're going to be. At the end, definitely, we are all achievers. We are all achievers. We still are, and we are going to be even better. So together, I think you and I, with many more wonderful personalities, together, I think we can win this battle today, what is going on in Sri Lanka. Make this country a better place, a happening place, a place that the entire world will appreciate and be joyful and will give round of applause on everyday basis. That is my wish. Wish you all the best. Thank you for being here. And thank you for listening. I hope and pray that from tomorrow onwards, just look at me. If I can be in this situation, in this body, and be at every place that I am today in, you can be in better places. You can be in higher places. Life is waiting for you. Take it gladly. Face your challenges gladly. You will understand the kind of strength it will breathe into your life to walk more steadily, more triumphantly, more strongly, that every day that you feel that yourself a hero inside of you. May God bless you. Take care. Thank you.
Ashcharya,
Yes.
this is Clifford. I'm just holding your hand now.
Yes, Clifford.
Right?
Give me your hand. Love
Yes.
your hand. Oh,
You know,
wow.
You know, you tell us that you are vision impaired, right? But though you say that you're vision impaired, ඔයාට අපිට පේන දේවල් වලට වඩා ගොඩාක් දේවල් ඔයාට පේනවා. Then අපුඩිය come on everybody. ඔයාට අපිට දැනෙන්නේ නැති අප තුල නැති එනර්ජි ගොඩාක් ඔයාට තියෙනවා. ඔයා අපිට එන්නේ මුළු ලෝකෙටම විශාල සම්පතක්. Thank you very much. And if we were to rewrite the dictionary, Phoenix කියන නමට ඉස්සරහින් definition එක දාන්න වෙන්නේ ආශ්චර්ය කියලා.
Thank you, Clifford. Thank
God
you so
bless
much.
you and
God
all
bless
the very best to you.
Yes,
Thank you very much
so
for coming. Thank you very
my
much.
friend.